I wash my makeup brushes with just two products, shampoo and olive oil. I only add olive oil to make up that the brittle end has this white part. For the ones that are dark, I don't add any other thing. I only use the shampoo to wash. So how do I wash? I know for some of you, you want to pour the shampoo inside the bowl and pour the water on it. You don't run water on it and soak, not at all. Some of you will want to put your brushes inside the zinc and on the tap and run water on it while washing. I'll tell you, this is a no. The best way to wash your brush so that you don't spoil the other end and make it lose the gum that holds it together is to actually pour the shampoo on your palm, a little of the shampoo on your palm, and you wash your brushes in a circular motion. You can see I on the tap, and I will ensure the water must not get to the body of the brush. So my shampoo on my palm quickly, while don't forget that the brush is already wet. So I take my brush, the wet brush, and I run it in a circular motion. As you can see, this is my foundation brush, and it's really dirty this time around. I've actually been sanitizing it before. Now I only sanitize, so it's been long I wash it, which shouldn't be, because dirty brushes attract germs, attract fungi onto your face. Some of you, the reason why you keep having pimple is not because of what you're eating, it's not even genetics, but you using dirty brushes on your face has been the major cause of some of you of the pimple on your face. So you can see I go again with the shampoo because I notice it's not clean. So this is the second time I'm washing the brush. So when I don't use shampoo to wash and I just want to sanitize after washing, what do I use? In this video I will show you what I use later. Okay, so we go on washing the brush. You can see that the brush is still dirty, and I keep running it in a circular motion. I keep running it in a circular motion until I notice that the end is as clean as it should be. Okay, after that, gently I rinse the tip under the tap. I also ensure that the tap is not running too much so that the water does not get to the other end of the brush. After that, I take another brush. That's the way I wash my brushes. You're wondering now what I'm using. The next thing I'm using now is olive oil. Why do I want to use olive oil? Because this particular foundation brush actually has this white end part, and that white end part, after washing it twice, there is nothing you do that the white end part will come back and look white again. So you have to add a little of olive oil. That was why I said I use two ingredients, olive oil and shampoo. So now you can see that the brush is actually a lot cleaner. The water, the consistency has changed. So I keep washing because the white end must become whitish. So I wash to ensure that my brush comes back to the way it should be. So how often should you wash your brush? If possible, you wash your brush every two weeks. Yes, I mean every two weeks. But after each usage, you can sanitize. And what do you use to sanitize? Just two things. You can use a tissue or cotton pad with spirit, mentholated spirit, to sanitize. The later part of this video will show you how I sanitizing it after every usage, but this washing after every two weeks. For this, I go again with the olive oil. You can see that it's getting clean, but to me there's still this whitish, the white, there is this white area I want to see, which I've not seen so far. So I go again to wash. I ensure that the shampoo is on my palm while I run my brush to wash, and this is what I do for all my brushes. So when I do this mostly for brushes with white end. For brushes that has this dark end and they are the same thing, at times I go in with 2 or 3 brushes because of time. Yes, that's the way I do. If not, you might get tired while washing each brush. But for the foundation brush, I don't mix them together, because foundation brush is very very important to my face and to your face as well. Also, your primer face is also important, so I wash those one singularly. I don't wash them together. But as time goes on, when I get to my powder brush, I have like, if I'm not mistaken, I have like 4 to 5 powder brushes. So my powder brush are always washed together. I can wash them at times in twos, or I wash them in threes. You can see that this is clean and well washed. So now I go in with my shampoo again to wash the next brush. I wash it in a circular motion, the way you've been seeing, this time around without adding the olive oil. These brushes that have black end, you don't need to add olive oil. They will get clean on their own with just only shampoo. So I go in, you can see that the water is dirty. So another thing is, watch the way I'm going to wash this brush. I'm not just going to wash the inner part of the brush, I will also wash the side. Yes, the side of the brush. So I go on, I flip the sides, I flip it to the other side to ensure that it's properly washed. This is one of my powder brush. So I go in and I keep washing like that until I notice the consistency is neat and clean as I want. The water is not clean yet, so I'm going to wash it again and again. So also, you do this to your brush, don't forget, every 2 weeks of usage. But once you use your brush and you go out, please ensure you sanitize. When we talk about good face, when we talk about having a glowing face, it all starts from the little things that you put on your face. Dirty hand on your face is a no-no. Dirty brushes on your face is a no-no. Presently, I even have a little pimple on my face. Immediately I noticed that, I knew I have defaulted in something, and what I could trace it to actually is my brush. So I do this for all my brushes, one after the other, ensuring that once I'm raising it, the tip is gently handled. I handle the tip very very gentle, with so much care, so that I don't break the brush or I don't spoil the tip of the brush. Please don't be too hard on the tip. So I'm checking if the brush is clean here. I'm checking because you have to check. Powder brush, at times you have to dip it in to your finger to ensure that the inner part gets clean and properly. So for the days I don't wash, I only sanitize using tissue and mentholated spirits. I don't use the usual tissue you see out there. I use this long one because it is actually thick enough to absorb the mentholated spirit. Okay, this is the brush I'll be cleaning now. So after usage, I've gone out, I've used my brush, I get back from my outing, I try to do this. Okay, if you are the busy type, you don't have time to be doing this every day, can you do this every weekend if possible? But I ensure I do this after every usage, though I also default once in a while. So this is how I get it cleaned. I've poured a little of the methylated spirit into the tissue, and I clean my brush in a circular motion like this. I also clean the sides of the brush. Once the tissue is dirty, because this is a very thick tissue, I flip it to the other side, and I also clean. This is what I do. I don't just sanitize the brush, I also sanitize the handle, because my hand usually goes to the handle most of the time when you're cleaning. So you must also sanitize the handle with a little methylated spirit. You clean the brush until you can see that the tissue is no longer dirty. If you don't have tissue, you can use a cotton pad. There's this round cotton pad, not cotton board. If you use cotton board, most times cotton board will actually take in the tissue. So we are back to me washing my brush. You can see what I said the other time. Once it's getting to a certain stage, I don't wash just one brush, I wash like two brushes that have the same color and the same edge, mostly the dark ones. I don't want the one with white end this way. So at times I can take two, I can take three, depending on how tired I am. Presently, at this stage, I was already sweating. If you can see my hand, you can see that I'm sweating. Yes. So I'm taking it two by two. I rinse it out. After rinsing it out, I pack all the brushes and I arrange them on a towel this way. So after arranging them on the towel this way, I need to do something so that it can get dry on time. What do? I flip the towel from each side and I cover the brushes up, and after that I take my hand and I press on the towel to absorb the water. After that, I am done washing my brush. I can now take it and sun dry. Yes, I prefer to sun dry so that the sun can take away any other dirt that is left or germs that can actually affect my face. Thank you.